At night, the Russians attacked the central part of Odessa with attack drones. A fire started in civilian infrastructure buildings. The service station suffered the greatest destruction. Cars burned, walls destroyed. We heard it flying here and immediately went. The guys were shooting, and we left the post. As soon as we went to the shelter, we reached the guard post. Everything caught fire. They called the fire department. An ambulance, recalls construction site security guard Igor. A security post and construction trailers were set on fire at the construction site. One of the builders who spent the night at the facility died. As a result of the attacks, garage facilities, an administrative building, a gas station, and construction trailers were destroyed. The fire destroyed cars, trucks, and a bus, said Alexander Kolosyuk, press secretary of the State Emergency Service of the Odessa region. The shockwave damaged the facade of a new building and the construction site where a residential building and a maternity hospital are being built. Russian troops launched a massive attack on the Betitsia village council in the Sumy community. The attacks continued overnight and throughout July 6th. Due to the attacks, 2 private properties caught fire. About 20 other buildings were damaged. According to Cordon Media, the enemy used Shahed-type attack drones, guided aerial bombs, KAB, and missile weapons. The first explosions were heard at midnight and then during the day. More than 5 explosions were registered within half an hour. The air alert was announced only after the 3rd explosion. The Sumy Regional Military Administration confirmed that, as a result of the attacks, a fire broke out in the residential sector. 1 private house was completely burned down. In total, at least 15 private houses were damaged. On July 6th, the threat of repeated attacks remained high. Later, it became known that 1 civilian died during the shelling. Their body was found by rescuers during the inspection of the area. According to preliminary data, another person was injured. Around 4 p.m., the enemy launched a repeated attack. Within 15 minutes, 4 attack drones hit the village. According to the Sumy Regional Military Administration, dozens of houses were damaged, and 5 were practically destroyed. The extent of the destruction is being clarified. Search and rescue operations are ongoing. Russian occupants strike Kharkiv with Shahed drones. On the morning of July 7th, Russian invading forces hit Kharkiv with Shahed-type attack drones. Explosions thundered in the city. At least 27 people were injured, including children. Our correspondent in Kharkiv, Anna Chernenko, contacted the Channel 5 studio. During the live broadcast, she shared details about the situation in the city. In the morning, Kharkiv Mayor Ihor Terekov announced the city's shelling. The Shevchenkivsky and Slobodsky districts of the city were under attack. Kharkiv has just been attacked by 2 enemy Shahed-type drones. The air attack on the city continues. Several more combat drones are flying towards Pyatikhatki. Be careful. Repeated attacks on Kharkiv from 9 are possible, Terekov said. The head of the Kharkiv Regional Military Administration, Ole Sinihubov, stated that as a result of an enemy drone attack, a flash was recorded on the 9th floor of a multi-story building in the Shevchenkivsky district. As a result of the shelling, there is a fire on the 9th floor. There is information about casualties in the house where the drone hit. 4 people were previously injured, including 2 children, he added. An attack was also reported on a high-rise building in the Slobodsky district, 2 injured. A fire started on the 8th floor of the house, with an approximate fire area of 10 square meters. According to Sinihubov, as of 06:46, 13 people were injured. Currently, there are 13 casualties as a result of the attack on Kharkiv. Shevchenkivsky district, 10 casualties. Slobodsky district, 3 injured people, including a 3-year-old girl, he emphasized. Sinihubov reported at 07:30 that the number of casualties had increased to 23 people, including 3 children, 15 in Shevchenkivsky district and 8 in Slobodsky district. Everyone is receiving medical care. Units of the State Emergency Service are working on site, said the head of the Kharkiv Regional Military Administration. In the Kolodnohursky district, residential, administrative, and warehouse buildings, commercial facilities, and cars were targeted by the enemy. Several fires broke out. Residential buildings and cars were burning, the State Emergency Service noted.
Что простые заточки, не надо рисовать. Сейчас делаю, я 0,8.
In the city of Zaporizhia, Russian troops launched a massive drone attack on the city. 8 people were injured. As a result of the attack, residential buildings, a building belonging to a higher education institution, and businesses were damaged. Rescue teams are extinguishing fires and conducting search and rescue operations. All victims are receiving necessary assistance. Consequence mitigation efforts are ongoing. Psychologists from the state, emergency service, and all city emergency services are working on site. Russian airports cancel nearly 300 flights amid drone attacks on Russia. Several Russian airports have canceled flights due to safety concerns over Ukrainian drone attacks. The Russian Federal Aviation Agency, Rosaviatsia, reported on July 6th. Rosaviatsia reported on the evening of July 6th that 287 flights had been grounded across 3 major airports: Moscow's Sheremetyevo, St. Petersburg's Pulkovo, and Strogino Airport in Nizhny Novgorod. The restrictions follow a wave of closures the previous night, also triggered by drone threats. Russia's defense ministry claimed that it had intercepted 120 drones on Russian territory overnight between July 5 and July 6. Ukraine hasn't commented on the report. Kyiv's drone campaign, which has increasingly disrupted civilian air travel in Russia, is part of Ukraine's broader strategy to undermine Russia's logistics far beyond the front line. Rosaviatsia confirmed the temporary pause in flights at Moscow's Sheremetyevo Airport, citing airspace restrictions over the capital and strong winds. At Sheremetyevo, 171 flights were canceled and 56 more were delayed, causing crowds of passengers to form at the airport. At Pulkovo, 90 flights were canceled and 37 remain delayed due to safety concerns. In Nizhny Novgorod, 26 flights were canceled and 13 delayed. Flight restrictions have also been imposed on Russia's Ivanovo, Kaluga, Pskov, and Tambov airports, the agency said. Drones attacked Krasnozavodsk chemical plant in Russia. The Krasnozavodsk chemical plant, located in the Moscow region of the Russian Federation, was attacked. This was reported by Russian media. The enterprise produces explosives, gunpowder, components for ammunition, and missile weapons. This factory is a crucial link in the technological chain supplying the Russian army with artillery shells, MLRS, multiple launch rocket systems, and ballistic missiles. The Excelanova Plus telegram channel confirmed the attack on the Krasnozavodsk chemical plant. The plant is included in the state list of military-industrial complex enterprises and supplies the Russian Ministry of Defense with a variety of ammunition, in particular, night-probing cartridges, signal cartridges, and electric igniters for anti-tank guided missiles, the report states. The company has facilities for the repair and modernization of various rocket launcher systems, specifically Oregon, Grad, and Tornado G, and has established the assembly, repair, and improvement of units for MLRS. The plant also produces cartridges and other ammunition components, explosive charges, thermite blocks, capsules, and detonators.
Это прорыв у нас. решили добить цель.
That was the main news from Russia's war against Ukraine. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel to receive updated news about the war today. A big hug and see you soon.